So I have to make dowel joints in the four corners of the wooden frame, and also here, 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 and here. You can find a link in the description to watch how to make these doweling jigs to make dowel joints. So as you already know, I put the dowel jig between the two wooden strips, and I write a couple of numbers to know in what position I have to put the jig later when I use it. Then later, when I have to use the jig to know how to put the jig here between the strips, I make sure the number 2 meets the number 2 and that the number 1 meets the number 1. I also make these marks so I know where to drill. So I write numbers in the four corners of the wooden frame. I will join the wooden strips like this, and we can see that the hole I have to drill in the side of the bottom strip is shorter than the hole I have to drill in the head of the other strip. Then I set the drill bit so it drills some more than half the thickness. And with this simple depth stop, it goes against the drill chuck. I can drill to the depth I want. So let's drill the first holes. I make sure the number 1 in the jig meets the number 1 in the strip. I make sure I will drill in the right place. I fit the doweling jig. I make sure it is flush with the head of the strip. I drill 2 holes. And I do the same in the other corners of the wooden frame. I inserted one dowel in one hole. And now I realize that the drill chuck hits the wooden sheets. So I cannot drill to the depth I need to insert that part of the dowel. I can cut the sheets or I can put shorter ones. First, I have to look in what number the sheets are in the way and how the numbers are set. It will be easier if I remove these ones and I put another shorter ones. So I remove the sheets and I glue another ones. These ones will protrude only in the side with the number 2. And now I can set the depth stop correctly. Well, I will drill a couple of millimeters deeper. I have set the drill bit so the drill chuck works also as the depth stop. So now I make sure the number 2 meets the number 2 in the head of the strip. I use a clamp to hold both the jig and the strip. I make sure it is aligned. And I drill 2 holes. And making sure the numbers in the jig meet the numbers in the strips, I drill the holes to join the 4 corners of the frame. I pour some carpenter's glue and I insert the dowels. And now I can join the strips in the corners. Well, actually, I must keep one corner open so I can put the reinforcement strips inside the frame. So luckily I realized on time and I released one of the joints before the carpenter's glue dried. Now I put more or less in place the inside reinforcements. And with the help of the doweling jig, I mark the numbers 1 and 2 where appropriate. But I also write a letter so I know how to join the strips. Then, first I write 2A and 1A, 2B and 1B, 2C and 1C, 2D and 1D, 2E and 1E, 2F and 1F, 2G and 1G, and finally 2H and 1H. If I move this strip against the base of the frame, I can mark where to join this strip. So with the tip of the pencil against this strip, I draw a line. This is the line I have just drawn. And this strip goes here. According to how I draw the line, the strip goes right on the line. So I draw one arrow in this side. It will be a reference, so the doweling jig goes here in such a way that it is on the line, but I can see the arrow. And I do the same with all the reinforcements. Once again, I put all the reinforcements in place and I make a mark where to drill them. Now this point is to the same level as this point. So if I put these strips here, overlapping one with the other, I can draw the line that helps to place the doweling jig. And I draw the arrows in the inside. And I do the same with the other reinforcements. This is the line and the arrow in the inside, and here the other line with the arrow in the inside. Now I take the first strip, I make sure the number in the doweling jig is the same as the number in the strip, I align the jig with the strip, I clamp both pieces, I drill the dowel holes, and I do the same in the head of all the reinforcements, always making sure that the number 2 in the jig meets the number 2 in the head of the strip. So far the letter is not important. I have to drill 16 dowel holes. Now I pay attention to the position of the numbers in the doweling jig, and once again I glue the long wooden sheets, making sure the numbers are in the right position. Then, now, the number 1 is here and here. I put the doweling jig right on the line, in such a way that I can see the arrow, and like this I can drill the dowel holes in the exact place they have to be. And I do the same to drill the side of all the reinforcements. I have to drill 8 holes and another 8 dowel holes in the inside side of the strips of the frame. So now I have to glue all the dowel joints. First I will join this here, then this here, and this here. Now these two pieces here, this here, this and this here and here, and finally I will join this strip of the frame in the corner and also against this reinforcement. So I put some carpenter's glue in the dowels and I follow the order I have just mentioned to make the joints. Well, I almost follow the order. When making the last joints, I had to change the order. And now, with the help of a hammer and a wooden block, I hit the joints so the dowels enter in the holes. I clean the excess of glue and I check that all the corners make perfect 90 degrees angles. Besides, the end of the strips are perfectly against the side of the strips and the edges are flush. Well, there is a little gap in this joint. Maybe I didn't drill to the full depth here. You know, there is always a rebel joint in all the woodworking projects, but all the wooden joints are better than expected. Now I sand all the corners and the surface of the strips, and I apply a nice coat of wood protector. Finally, I will install a metallic mesh, because this wooden frame with the mesh will help so cats don't escape. I have to cut a rebate in these pieces so it fits on the mesh. I also sand and apply wood protector to these pieces. And now I nail these pieces on the metallic mesh. Like this it holds the mesh and the frame looks nice. Some small strips to hold the mesh in the middle. And here I have this wooden frame with the metallic mesh. 12 dowel joints in total. This would be very hard to make without an appropriate doweling jig. Thanks for watching. Remember that I also have Instagram and Facebook accounts. Links in the description. If you think this is an interesting video, don't forget to click like and share. And if you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click the bell to get all the notifications when I upload a new video.